Hello everyone, my name is Sulayma and I am a physiotherapist with PhysioMAX Wellness. Welcome to Mindfulness Mondays. It is a new series we're hoping to roll out to help you and ourselves get through the situation we're in right now. I know everyone's probably tired, exhausted, and just over the entire social and physical distancing situation we're in. What we want to focus on is tips and tricks that will help you to get through this. And we will tackle a few topics every week, and you can put in your requests in the not description, but the comments below. Thank you. For today, I want to talk about how to just really cope with what's happening. I know a lot of us are feeling a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, and we're not really sure how to deal with them. Maybe we don't really have that support system to talk it out, or we don't have a therapist that we like to visit to talk out. So I'm hoping that these little snippets will help you get through your day, maybe find and discover a little bit more about yourself and things that you actually enjoy doing. And maybe even assist you in, enjoying life a little bit more. Hopefully, I really hope so. For today, I know myself personally, I had to sit down and get my feelings in order last week. There was a lot happening. Everything is moving really quickly, and the situation changes from day to day. I know a lot of us as well have lost our jobs, our income, our livelihood, and that can bring its own stress along with the situation we're in. A lot of us are also able to work from home, but being stuck at home, maybe with our families, it gets overwhelming at times. And there's just a lot of situations, a lot of different situations we're in that can cause us to feel either anxiety or sadness or fear. And maybe a lot of confusion as well, because the situation is constantly changing. There is no baseline that we can refer to at this point, and it's not like this is a common occurrence that a lot of us know how to handle. It's new for all of us. We're all feeling a lot of feelings and emotions. That is okay. What I would like to focus on is just really keeping this really nice and short for this week. But let's talk about emotions. Why do we feel them? Why can it be a really uncomfortable exercise to actually sit down with our feelings and emotions and accept them and allow them to flow through us and be okay with it? It's really uncomfortable because we're always busy just running away from it. We don't want to talk about it. But now we have the time. We have a lot of time to sit down and deal with it. I would say the change in our lifestyle right now will cause a lot of confusion and anxiety, especially for those who've lost their income. And that combined with what's happening outside these four walls can become very stressful as well. It's okay to feel these feelings. We're all feeling them. It is okay to allow yourself to have these feelings. When they come in and they get overwhelming, just sit down and tell yourself, hey, I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling scared. I'm feeling worried. I'm feeling confused over what's happening. Why? It's okay. First, validate your feelings. You're allowed to feel them. You're allowed to have them. You're allowed to experience what we consider these adverse emotions because of the situation we're in. So what happens when we sit down, say, and we think about the reasons of why we feel worry or anxiety? Anxiety is really just a fear of the unknown, and we are all in a position right now where we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen next week or the week after. We're in this together. We're all feeling it. And it's okay to have these feelings, worries and anxieties that can become overwhelming at some point. Now, if they are overwhelming, if you have a lot of anxiety that comes because of the situation we're in, I strongly suggest, I'm not a therapist, but I'm a physiotherapist, but I strongly suggest speaking to a psychologist or a counselor who will help you navigate your thought processes and your emotions during this time. Now, nobody likes to feel uncomfortable. We don't like to feel this discomfort, and unfortunately these so-called adverse feelings or emotions that we have make us feel uncomfortable, and it's usually because they revolve around situations or topics that we do not like to confront or talk about, and that's okay. That's how it is. So when you sit down with an emotion, first of all, validate that emotion. You're allowed to feel it. So tell yourself, I'm feeling something, and it's okay for me to feel this. Now, what is it? I'm feeling anxiety. I'm feeling anxious. Why? Because we're in a situation where I don't really understand what's happening. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I have lost my income. I don't know if I'll be able to support myself or support my family for the next couple of weeks, right? So have this conversation, and you can have this conversation with yourself internally. You can write it down in a journal. Journaling is a great way. It's a great way to gain insight into yourself as well. And you can have a conversation with your spouse or your significant other, or even your children if they're able to have these kind of conversations, or you can talk to your friend or other family members that you feel safe around. And then put a plan into action. Whatever it is you're feeling, know that these circumstances right now, they are out of our control. It doesn't matter if you still have your job. It does not matter if you have that financial security. We're all of this is out of our control. A lot of us lost our jobs. A lot of us lost income. A lot of us maybe know someone who has been affected by the virus. It's all out of our control. But what we can control, that's what we should focus on. One of the really important things to do is to stay updated with the news in your local area. Not obsess over it, but stay updated. Know what's happening. Know what are the new government programs that are being rolled out to support the community. If you do have a small business, keep updated with what's happening. Again, with small business loans that are coming out as well. I am in Ontario, Canada, so my knowledge is limited to Ontario, Canada. And just understand the different programs that will be put out to help you and your community to overcome this time. That's one thing you can do. At least removing that worry and anxiety and taking care of it and just putting it aside. And then focus on yourself. Eat well. Go out on walks. Exercise. There's a lot of not just physiotherapists, but even personal trainers out there that are putting constant videos daily on exercise routines that you can follow live, or you can watch later on whenever you're free. And all of this is free. It's available for you. It's online. You can do it. And if it's too much, just go out for a walk. Just take the necessary precautions when you're going out for a walk. Pick up a hobby that you've always wanted to do. Do something you love. If you were into the arts, go back to your arts. If you're into reading, go and read. Sleep well. Don't watch too much media coverage, and don't watch too much TV with your family. Try to stay away from screens. I know we can get a little bit obsessive with our screen times, especially now since we have not much to do. Netflix is always there, and if it's not Netflix, it's social media. So we're always attached to a screen. So why don't we just take this time to remove ourselves from the screen? Yes, it's great for communication. Yes, it will keep you up to date with everything happening.